Hi all, it's Rach from Spiritual and Angelic Guidance. I am here to do a reading for Scorpio. This will be for the first half of Feb. I am so sorry it's taken me this long to do the reading. I just have had a busy couple of weeks. I have a busy life, but I have definitely had a busy couple of weeks. Take as resonates. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave it. If it does resonate, that's good. Also, it could be about you, could be about your partner, or your person. So yeah, take as resonates with whatever you're going through. Try not to make it fit though. And time can be fluid, so yeah, just take, it could mean in the past or in the future. All right, let's start. Four-leaf clover. This is about luck. Luck, and you've got flowers. I just want to get another card. Okay, so all right. I'm getting a lot of messages for you. Okay, so as I said, you are going to have luck because you got the four-leaf clover, new beginnings. This is a gift. It can mean love. It can mean, loads of happiness, all kinds of things. So I feel like, you've got some really good things coming. So let's keep them over there. But I just want to jump over here for a minute because you have, you've got a few things going on. You've also, over this side, you still have the fish as well. I just feel like I want to say this goes with this side. Yeah. Whereas those two came out together by themselves. All right, so this is what I feel like you've been through. You've been through a situation with a masculine energy who is actually not even looking your direction. They're actually looking the opposite. So I feel like you might have been with somebody who wasn't all that loyal, wasn't really that into the relationship. And I feel like, you knew what you wanted, right? You wanted commitment. You wanted somebody who wants the same as you do. And I feel like they're looking, oh, wait a minute. They're looking the complete opposite way. They're looking this way. So I feel like this masculine wasn't even really, like, you want the masculine energy upright, looking at you, right? Upright, he is like the emperor, right? He's like somebody you can respect, somebody with confidence and ambition and, the ideal, all the four kings make up the emperor, right? And I feel like that is what you want. You want this ideal guy, ideal masculine or whatever, right? It could be male, female, doesn't matter. Whoever the masculine is. But they're looking the opposite direction, and I also feel like they're not really what you want anyway. Yeah. But they're definitely not after what you are. And I guess that was part of the challenge. And that's why it ended. You've also, somebody resisted ending it though, with the coffin in reverse. I just feel like this was, yeah, somebody resisted it. But, oh, I've got hiccups. It's definitely led you to have a broken heart, because it was like you put in all your time and effort to this person, and you knew what you wanted, but this person didn't. But at the same time, maybe you dodged a bullet, is what I want to say. As much as, now you're moving on, you're letting it go, you're releasing the pain, from this heartbreak. You've realized that you you've got the fish and you've got the tree. Now, I think that you realized that, I mean, fish are about abundance, and I mean, they're in reverse. So I don't feel like there was much abundance, whether it was money or whether it was just abundance in general in this situation. And I mean, you know that, once again, you know that you want stability, right? You know you want security. You know you want to plant your roots in a situation with a person that you love. And this is not this. So I feel like really, as I said, you dodged a bullet, as the term goes. And I think you've realized that though. Like, I do feel like you definitely have new love coming as well, because I mean, somebody's giving you these flowers, right? And like the bouquet, this one here, this one is about, you know, love and abundance, and something that's could be a surprise, like this coming into your life. So somebody new may come in that, you know, is going to love you and will make you very happy. You may marry this person as well. You know, it's just a really good card. So I feel like, you know, you've left this person, but you've got some really, really good things coming. Your luck is changing with the 4-leaf clover. So you went from a place of no abundance to a place of a lot of abundance. As I said, I feel like you dodged a bullet. Put more. I don't really feel like you're out trying to meet anyone right now. But I feel like there is going to be some romantic feelings happening very soon. And they're going to be real and they're going to be worth exploring. I feel like you don't really... I feel like you do let your friends help you. I don't... Like, it's in reverse, but I feel like they are supportive. I feel like your friends, for a lot of you, your friends are supportive. Like, I know with me, as an example, and I'm a Scorpio, I tell my friends, right? I've started manifesting and I'm working on me. I'm doing all these things and I'm manifesting what I actually want. And I ring my friends and I tell them about these conversations that I'm having with myself, but it's not myself while I'm manifesting. And yeah, they're very supportive. I think it's really cute, but it's, you know, it's part of visioning what it is I want, and, you know, the kind of person that you want, or what it is you want for your future, or, you know, like, yeah. So definitely, yeah, I feel like the situation that you were in was definitely not true love. I feel like, and I think you know that anyway. I feel like you don't need to keep an open mind, because I feel like you know that your soulmate is going to be somebody who's very different from what you already, like, I feel like you already know that. You already know that this person is going to be something you haven't had before, because I feel like you've learned, right? You've learned that what you've had is shit, and what you don't want is shit. And what you're willing to accept is not going to be something shit. So you're releasing your ex. And I feel like up until this point, I don't know if you've done that, but it's definitely, you're clearing your energy. Even energetically, you're letting this go. You know you've got big, better things coming. And it will be safe for you to love. Totally safe for you to love. Because you know you're going to be able to trust this person. I feel like now, though, you don't need to retreat. You need to actually get out there. I feel like, you know, yeah, you might have gone into a bit of a hermit mode. But I feel like, you know, your love of your life is not going to come to you on your couch, right? So you need to actually get out there and meet people. And look what you've got coming. Wedding and children. For those of you that want to be married and have kids, you've got that coming. You've got a honeymoon. You've got new love. No deception. Look, you've got new love. As I said, like, this is all definitely, these are all really good things. I should really put that over here, new love, because that's what that means. And wedding. All right, let's get some others. Tell me more. So you've got the Temperance card, could be a fire sign, could be a Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. Temperance in reverse is about instability. It's about somebody doing something in excess. It's about self-healing. And I feel like you definitely need to do some self-healing after you've been in this situation. I feel like there was a lack of passion, a lack of chemistry, a lack of happiness. Like, I know with me, you know, I like hot sex. I like kissing. I like affection. I love people that can just pash me, you know, like, that is a huge turn on. And somebody that it's not all about them, they can fulfill me. That is what, you know, that's what we want. That's what I want. That's what people want. You know, you want to be happy. You want the chemistry, and you want to find someone so hot that you just want to jump their bones, and, you know, very passionate. And I feel like that wasn't the case. But at the same time, I feel like there was something about spring for some of you. You didn't really, as much as you weren't that happy, I feel like, you know, you didn't really want to have a new beginning. But there could have been something about spring for somebody or some people, but I feel like you definitely realize you deserve better, right? But when you're in this situation, you put up with a lot that maybe you wouldn't usually put up with. And I feel like there's been a lack of communication since. You tried to resist the tower moment, like I said. You tried to resist an ending just because I guess you get comfortable and you're used to being with somebody. You know, you don't want to feel like you wasted some years with somebody that, you know, maybe you were asking them, are you really happy? You know, does this make you happy? Because maybe you weren't. Yeah. I feel like you still didn't get closure though. And I feel like that's been a bit hard because you feel like you never got closure about exactly what happened. But at the same time, I guess that is closure. Knowing that you deserve better and knowing whatever happened in this relationship, it's like, as I said, you dodged a bullet. Okay, so tell me about the new love. New love for Scorpio. Tell me about this new love for Scorpio. New love for Scorpio. Yeah, you definitely had an ending with this other person. Just saw that. I feel like some of you are sort of you've realized that you need to get rid of some stuff. You realize you need to purge. You need to sometimes, like, getting rid of anything that reminds us of that person is a good thing. It's like you're needing to spring clean. Oh, you're still answering questions about that. So you've got lack of passion and chemistry. I also feel like there was something very kind of secretive about your relationship, possibly on social media, because I don't feel like this person wanted other people to know that they were in a relationship. There was something that they were hiding. It wasn't public. They didn't want to be exposed. Interesting. You've also got the loons in reverse as well. Yeah. As I said, with you need to do some healing. And that's because you were very committed, and I feel like this person was the complete opposite. Oh, come on, bloody nails. Let's move them out of the way for a minute. So yeah, I feel like there was definitely you needed to realize your self-worth. You needed to realize that what you deserve, and what you don't deserve. And I feel like you need to realize that you're perfect the way you are. And I don't know if this person made you feel that way at all. But in summer, I feel like there's definitely been a growth. There's some major opportunities coming in. Or in summer, it's just telling you that, wait, things will unfold. Relax, just enjoy your life, keep being positive, because there is going to be some amazing things coming for you. And I feel like there's going to be somebody who may give you a ring, propose, they want to be with you. It's a partnership. Somebody really wants to commit. And I feel like part of this all happened because of divine intervention. I feel like the universe, God, whoever you believe, was all about this is not right for you. They can see what we don't see. This is what is right for you. And so they intervened. And it's interesting because the day before some shit happened in my life, I actually said out loud a manifestation, and next day, big changes. My whole life changed. Interestingly enough. So, yeah, like I'm a big fan of manifestation, because it's always for our highest good, and it's also, you know, we're manifesting what we actually want. And I mean, if I knew I wasn't happy in a situation, then why would I? Of course I'm going to manifest something better. All right, I want 9 cards for Scorpio, please. Okay, so on the bottom, you've got the 3 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. You're definitely working, oh my God. You definitely made a positive movement forward, and you definitely are focusing on your money. You're focusing on, you know, making steady progress, finding out what it is you do want, having drive to get that. Maybe some of you got a new job, doing something. You definitely making positive movements, though, I feel like, since, you know, you walked away from this person. And I feel like you're definitely going to continue to do so. With the 2, I feel like you realized that somebody was juggling too many things. You weren't a priority in their life. But at the same time, as I said, when you get comfortable in a situation, like with a person, you think to yourself, okay, well, you kind of accept a lot of shit that maybe you wouldn't have, you know, if it was like a new relationship, right? So once you fall in love with somebody, it becomes a whole heap harder to actually leave, because you do have feelings for them. Even, you know, even when things happen, you tolerate it because you love the person. Maybe sometimes we shouldn't. Once we know I think once we have some self-worth, we don't really tolerate as much. You've also got the 3 of Wands in reverse. As I said, pretty much what I was just describing. It's about staying in that comfort zone, you know, and feeling like just putting up with a lot. You weren't getting any kind of return on investment, though. And as I said to you, I feel like this person over here had no intention of actually doing anything, committing in any way to you. They probably just said what they thought you wanted to hear. So yeah, they're probably a liar as well. Yeah, as I said, I think you dodged a huge bullet. Huge. All right, so you had choose wisely, because as I said, I just feel like you needed to make a choice, right? Somebody had commitment issues. They also feel like possibly you had a lot of wishful thinking. You know, you wanted to believe that this person can be your knight in shining armor, right? And I just feel like that was a crock of shit. I feel like they were not. And I mean, I said this in one of the other readings. I can't remember if it was Libra, one of them. But one of them, there's that saying about you can't cover shit in gold and think it's going to be anything other than just shit covered in gold. It still doesn't make it anything other than that. And this is exact same. You can hope that someone is going to be a great person, an honest person, a trustworthy person, somebody who has ambition. somebody that wants to better themselves, somebody who has your back, all these things you might hope for a person, but the reality is if they don't, and they've shown you many times in the past that they don't have, it's because they don't have that. They're not going to ever have that. That is who they are. They're the shit. You can cover them in gold all you like. They're still shit. Nothing's going to change. So let's get a card. Yeah, you needed to stand up for yourself. You were not happy, you were discontent and bored. But it was like you needed to kind of wake up, right? You weren't happy, but you were resisting the change. Once again, because of a comfort zone, you get comfortable and you think, okay, this is, I'll settle for this. This person has all these faults and has all these issues and, maybe an alcoholic or maybe a cheater or maybe or whatever, but I'll keep them because, I'll just settle. No, fuck that. You deserve better. And I feel like I'm highly like, grr, because I just feel like I've been through this and I know that what I deserve now. And I know I deserve better than somebody who doesn't have my back. And somebody who can find someone new in like 5 minutes. So hopefully you'll know the same, right? Hopefully you'll realize your own self-worth. You weren't that happy anyway. I know with me, I was always like, are you happy? Because, and then they'd say, oh, yeah, and are you? And I'm like, I don't really know. No, I freaking was not. But once again, the comfort zone. So in the end, I had to stand up for me. I know that I want to have kids. I know that I want to, get married. I know I want somebody who is going to have my back and protect me and, be brave and actually not let other people, tell them what to do and, like, you know what I mean? You need to stand up for yourself and keep persevering to get what it is you do want. And manifest, because that's what I'm doing. All right, let's move on. So, yeah, you had lack of hope in this situation. Look, lack of passion, like I said. Yeah. I just had a funny thought. It's like girls are used to having to fake a lot. I didn't even have to do that. But anyway, no going there. Shh. Zip. But, like you have a lack of hope. Nothing was going to change in this situation. You didn't trust this person. You probably didn't trust that anything was going to be different. You probably knew that they were doing things, when you weren't there or whatever. It would have been one of those situations. And look, since that, look, you're so much happier. The Sun card, you've got a new love coming as well. Yeah. I feel like since this all happened, though, you are just back to your normal happy self. I feel like you're working on your finances. You're working on... this was not fulfilling for you. But it's interesting what we kind of, like, yeah. So much. You just tolerate. I feel like in relationships, you tolerate a lot and sometimes way too much. Way too much. Okay, so, accelerated motion. This was resisting change. This was, there could have been violence. There could have been a lot of miscommunication. Maybe somebody was shit with communication. Tell me more about that. Yeah, you had to release something. As much as you didn't want to, you had to release something. You know, you were trying to make plans for the future, and I feel like for some of you that involved children, and I feel like that didn't, it was never going to be a happy family with stability and with, you know, a firm foundation. It was never, your situation was never going to be that. And I feel like this whole thing was like a wake-up call for you. I feel like, you know, we always try and fight for someone, like, oh, let's get back together, because that's what you used to. That's your comfort zone, right? Then when you're out of it for a couple of weeks, you realize, or a couple of months, or however long, eventually you work through your feelings and you think, what the fuck was I doing? Like, I'm sure you really love the person, or loved, I mean, not, you definitely don't love them, but surely you did love this person at some time. But I feel like you knew that it was never going to end the way you want, and you knew that you deserved better. You knew you weren't happy. It's like, what are you doing? Balance, dishonesty. There was a lack of balance. There wasn't an equal give and take. You probably gave like a Scorpio does, and they took. And, you know, I feel like they definitely probably breadcrumbed you. They gave you what they needed you they needed to, so that they could keep you around while they needed you or wanted you. But I feel like they weren't all in, like I said. And I also feel like there were dishonesty. There was dishonesty in this relationship. I feel like there was probably things that they were probably doing that weren't okay. Yeah, they were probably giving to other people. It was definitely a one-sided, as I said, lack of balance. I feel like it was one-sided. You gave and they took. They didn't give, like, you supported them. You did everything for them. They did absolutely jack shit for you, or very limited. But you never got closure, like I said. Yeah, you're focusing on you being financially independent. The obstacles and challenges, though, they're behind you now. I feel like, you know, you've released the having to try and avoid conflict. You've released the walking on eggshells. You've released all those feelings that you knew that they were doing something, but you didn't know what. Or you knew that they didn't have your back, and, you know, there was just things that I'm sure you knew deep down. But I feel like I picture somebody sitting with their friends and family bitching about you. Yeah, they tell, you know, supposedly they tell you they love you and want to marry you and whatever, but they didn't. And I feel like they would sit around bitching about you. That kind of situation. But I feel like there's no more obstacles and challenges. Once you walk away, they're gone. Like, you have such a more simple life now. Yeah, like, you've let go of the past. They broke your heart, but once again, of course they hurt you, because, you know, you felt like you loved this person. You may not have been in love with them, but you definitely loved them. And there was a lot of personal growth that happened because of this, but also you were sad, as I said, when this first happened, but that all heals with time. but you're letting go of the past, and you're getting something new coming into your life with the Ace of Cups again. The waiting game. So here you are. I mean, your future planning, right? You're assessing your life. You're making some decisions. You're definitely been in this place of contemplation, but also at the same time, you're not willing to settle for anything that is not going to give you this return on investment. So I feel like at the moment you're in a place of, you haven't got this love of your life yet, but I feel like you're in this place of waiting for that, but all your efforts, and you will be rewarded for your efforts. Yeah, you definitely had a new beginning, and you know, the end of this situation with the Ten of Swords, it was like, this is the final time. You're not doing this anymore. And it feels like a weight was taken off your shoulders once this was over. Like I said to you, it's like the obstacles and challenges are over. I feel like you don't even have to put up with anyone's addiction right now either. Maybe someone had an addiction. You're just busy being yourself, focusing on your finances, focusing on your work, being happy, being successful. Maybe you're buying yourself something special, or you've done that. But yeah, you're definitely having a new beginning, having a fresh start. You may have had some clarity or some truths about somebody, about what they were up to, or what they, you know. There's that saying, if the person, if the person can find someone new in like 5 seconds, then that person was probably there to start with, or they're around that time. Be aware of that. That's not going to suit everyone, but maybe some. But yeah, you're in this place of, you're in this waiting game right now of waiting, but you're also not just sitting around waiting. You're future planning, you're making some choices that are best for you, because you want your fulfillment of wishes. And I feel like you are going to get that. You've got a new beginning as well. So you're taking a leap of faith into this fulfillment of wishes. You've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. For some of you, the first person you may meet may be somebody that is very similar to the past. Like there's no passion, but it's like your instincts, like your intuition was telling you, run away. Like, this is not going to be any different. And maybe that was just a test or a lesson for you. Yeah, you needed to have the courage to recover from whatever loss you had, but I feel like you needed to go through that first. Yeah, you had to make a choice, and it gave you more clarity on what you desire, so you could move forward. You keep meeting people that have addictions, and I feel like that seems to be somebody's theme. So now manifest something new. You're taking a leap of faith. You're having a new, fresh start. and you're pushing your fears aside that you're going to meet somebody similar before, you know, somebody that caused you anxiety. You've got to stop expecting, you know, the worst, and you've really got to refocus your thoughts to think something positive. What will be the outcome? They came out before I could even ask that. Yeah, you definitely I think part of your lessons are letting something go once you know that it's not going to get you what you want, or it's not the type of person you want. You know, everyone can come in looking like Prince Charming, but most of the time it's a crock of shit. You know, they're a fraud. But yeah, you need to trust your intuition when it comes to that. You meet a lot of selfish people. As I said, there's no equal give and take because you're so busy focusing on these people that aren't loyal. Yeah, they have a short attention span, so they're probably a cheater. Yeah. But now you need to change the cycle so that you can get something else, something better. Yeah, you're going to give birth to your dreams. You've ended the situation. You've walked away from drama. You've stood up for yourself, and now you're focusing on what you want. It's time to take action. You're giving birth to your dreams. You will have abundance and prosperity, and as I said, you are going to get what you want, which is great. You're getting rid of this devil energy. Anyway, that is what I have for you, Scorp. I'm glad that it's actually quite a positive read. So, yeah, I hope this resonates, and I'll catch you next time. Okay, bye.